Shout out to all my homies and family back in Hampton, Norfolk, Virginia. But not in a way, not in a, I want to send a shout out back home to 757, but not in this kind of way. I really do hate to put this news out, and I wanted to get this out earlier, but I just had to get this, further process of thought, plus other things that's going on in my life here, work and family. So yeah, I'm finally able to put it out. This is a shooting that happened this past Friday, November the 4th. Today's the 9th of Zion Palmer, okay, was the assailant. This dude shot 5 women, okay, including his pregnant girlfriend. 3 women ended up dead, and then 2 in the hospital. All right, as a result, over an alleged domestic violence dispute. So the story that I got was from looking at WTAR and WTKR on YouTube. The couple, him and his girlfriend, a 19-year-old pregnant girlfriend, when I said him, Mr. Palmer, had pulled up his community basically downtown Norfolk on Whitaker Lane. All right, and I'm gonna tell you about that area here in a minute, because I've done some work around that area from going to Norfolk State back a long time ago. It's right down in that area, and it's not really a very kosher area, although I do know that people do what they can. All right, there's a couple of legends that come out of there. All right, I know, like I remember playing basketball with Joe Smith in the Pro-Am. He played for about 15, 16 years. There was another guy, Cornell Parker, that came out somewhere near that area. All right, if you guys can correct me on that, all right, but they're from somewhere near that area. Okay, so it's not all bad, but it's not all kosher either. So back to the story. I guess an argument broke out, and Zion Palmer shot his girlfriend in the shoulder, all right? The pregnant girlfriend. The mother, and she had a 42-year-old friend, 45-year-old mother, all right? I didn't get the name, all right, but she had just got home from work, and it happened right behind this girl's home where the mother heard it. And I think she saw her daughter wounded, and her friend that came out confronted Zion Palmer. He shot both those women point blank in the head and killed both of them. Then there was a 39-year-old neighbor that came out, all right, that tried to help, and he shot her. So these are 3 women dead. Now, and there's another person that helped and shot that, and that person ended up surviving. So the pregnant girlfriend, she ended up being treated, and she was released, and so was the other person that wounded. But man, this is really, really a sad incident out there in Norfolk. And Virginia is having a lot of issues right now. Virginia is still at least like half closed, and there's a lot of people out there that just frustrated. I've made several or quite a few articles just recently over the last 2-3 months about stuff that happened in Virginia. Fredericksburg with the girl, the go-go singer dying, and then the incident out there with the Virginia Beach pastor, and then there's a few other incidents out there too that happened. It was a lady that was ended up missing from Huntsville, Alabama, up that way, and now this situation. And I listened to the chief of the police, Norfolk Police, speaking. He said that he was in service for 31 years, and he'd never seen anything like that. And I tell you, when I was there, and I left back in 96, 97, and I haven't heard anything like that, and I've been gone since 97, except when to come back home. But I told you though, you know what I'm saying? There's no joke out there at Norfolk though, okay? Norfolk actually is one of the highest, believe it or not, domestic violence incidents places here in the U.S., Norfolk, Virginia Beach. And that's because of all, I hate to have to say this, I'm not saying that Navy people do that, but you have to look that Norfolk has the largest naval base in the U.S. Now, I don't want to digress, but those guys are stressed. You know, they're gone probably, half a year, every other year. And they have a high domestic violence rate when those guys get back from sea, okay, from ship. They also have a couple of Army bases and some Marines bases there, Air Force on the Hampton Newport News side. My dad was in the Air Force. So they do have a high domestic violence rate out in that area. They have more soldiers and veterans out there than anywhere else in that area than anywhere else in the country. And I think it does trickle downhill, all right? And Norfolk Police, I know when I was there, they had their hands full, so they didn't have a lot of time for a lot of small stuff, okay? But it's a really, really sad incident, and I'm wondering, are we living in a time where they talk about the zombie apocalypse or whatever? Because this dude is a monster, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this dude needs to be eradicated, you know? I'm not going to sit up and say it was one thing, but yeah, you know, they got in an argument or whatever with this woman. All right, yes, I know disputes do happen, but as a result, okay, shooting other people, what did that have to do with the disagreement between him and his girlfriend? And 3 women end up dead. Okay, her mother. That's her mother. One of the ladies or whatever. I mean, it's a really, really bad ordeal. I mean, you really, really have to be careful out there in that area. You guys that live out there and listen to this video. But I do have to commend the community for trying to help out and trying to police themselves out in that area. You really, really have to be careful because there is drugs and there is people do get killed. Like Golfin Reservoir, that was a real dangerous area. I used to deliver pizzas out there, and we did some work for my internship when I was going to Norfolk State around that area, doing some construction work. And they've cleaned it up a lot once they built MacArthur Mall. You guys could look that up. And they're trying to get a casino out there at Waterside, but you know,
you've got mail.
It's going to be what it's going to be. You know, those people been there for generations. All right, people that look like me. But rest in peace to these ladies. I'm sorry that I didn't have the names. Okay, the girlfriend and the guy. He's in custody. Hopefully, serious charges. But he's on a myriad of charges. All right, let's see what happens with this topic. I may provide an update. Feel free to subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts about this video.